Good morning, please come in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. So good to see you again.
You too.
Settle down. Great. Good to see you. Stay. Please sit down. Now I'm glad to be back again. Now, what is it that we are going to do today? Today we are going to, well actually, you know I've been ill, but I have been in contact with India, Colombia, and with the United States actually. So, as you can see, I've made some screenshots. So while I was sick, I got in touch with Mrs. Vargas, Mrs. Delgado, and Mr. Yeath, and we've been talking about, well, we like to exchange more information with each other. And some of the girls of Mrs. Vargas's class, I can show you, oh my god, where is it? Here. So they made a couple of, what do you call them in English? What are these? What would you say in Dutch? Yeah. And this part, what would you say that is? Look, what would you say? What is this?
Text.
Yeah? Well, maybe you don't know it anymore because you do everything digital. But this is actually what they call a letter. Do you know what a letter is?
Ja, letter, twee letter.
What is that in Dutch then?
Letter.
Yeah? Alright, so I was thinking, you know, we want to get in touch with them via Teams, yes? So we are going to talk with them. We've been talking about that. But first, let's try to write some letters. Yeah? So we are going to send a letter to them as well. Yeah? Really good. But, you know, before we are going to do that, there are two things that I want you to do that are necessary to go into that letter. The first thing is about I or my. You introduce yourself. And the other part, the second part of the letter, is like they send, is about that you or you are going to ask questions to them. Now, so Colombia, that's the first letter that I received is from Colombia. But you are going to make your own introduction, and then you are going to make a couple of questions, and we are going to send it to Colombia, India, and the United States. So hopefully you get 3 letters in return. So you get a letter from someone in Colombia, someone from India, and someone from the United States. What can you tell about yourself, Nick?
Your age and your name.
Great.
And your home.
Yeah.
Name, where you live.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Your hobby.
Oh, that's really good.
And do you play Brawl Stars?
For instance, yeah, that's great. You know, that's great.
Hobby.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Or do you play GTA?
Yeah. So games?
Ja.
Wonderful. And what about the questions? What types of questions could you ask? Bas, what types of questions could you ask? What is it that you want to know from the boy or girl in Colombia, in the USA?
The age, the name.
Do you remember how we start questions? How do we make questions? What kind of words do we use to make questions? Can you give me an example, Tom? How do you make a question in English?
How old are you?
Really good, Stan. So the word how. What other words can
What?
you use?
What? What is she of he day routine?
Really good. What else?
You
Have.
Really nice. You know, we used this a couple of months ago. But there's also another one. Do? Wonderful. I'm also looking for one other thing that we really talked a lot about.
Are you?
Wonderful.
You are.
have you? When? When?
Ooh.
Is er niet gewoon van? Nee, het is gewoon when.
So what?
Where?
When? Really good. I'm going to show you one thing. We've been talking about this. Which word did we use to show what you can do? You use the word.
Job.
Alright, just leave it for now. Maybe one of you will find out later. It's not necessary. Let's have a look at that letter. That first letter. Hi, I'm Luciana. I have 10 years old. And I'm going to tell you about my life. What is strange about that sentence?
I have.
Yeah.
I have 10 years old.
It should be, Linda? So she said, I have 10 years old, but it should have been,
I am.
Wat moet het zijn?
I have a girl.
I
Linda?
Ik weet het niet.
Would you also say, I have 10 years old, or would you say it's a bit
I am a
different?
girl. Is that
What would you say?
Wat zou je zeggen?
Say.
Weet ik.
Alright, who may help you?
I am.
Who may help you?
Nee.
Yeah?
I am.
Really good. Wonderful. So, Hey.
Nu staat ik heb.
I have 10 years should be then I am 10 years. Now, the first thing that you are going to do is make some sort of short introduction about yourself. And I've got a special piece of paper for that, a worksheet. And there is an example. There's already an example on this one. And if you, so the first goal is I can write a short introduction of myself. That's what I want you to learn in this lesson. So I can write a few basic sentences introducing myself. I'm going to share this with you and we're going to have a look at the goal for today. So today's goal is I can write a few sentences about myself. Please pass it through.
Ja, ik heb er ook eentje.